Welcome to Focus Gaming News, and today we are very pleased to have with us Tiago Almeida, the CEO of Oddsgate. Hello, Tiago. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for having us, Joseph.
Okay, well, it's great to have you here as we approach the end of what's been a big year for Oddsgate. So I think it's a good opportunity, perhaps, to take a look at how you see the state of the company at the moment and what you're looking forward to for the year ahead. So, if we could begin perhaps with an outline of what Oddgate's objectives are for 2026, how do you see the year that's coming?
Well, for us, first of all, 2025 was a very, let's say, challenging year for Oddsgate as a company, namely because of, let's say, our presence in Brazilian market was year zero. So 2026 for us, it's all about consolidate, expand, and to differentiate our products and our strategy in terms of what we can give operators. Brazil was, as I was saying, important because we see now a revenue of 14 billion reais, in the first 6 months of the year. So potentially the we are going to finalize the year with a revenue of 35 billion. We don't have, let's say, the latest figures from the local regulator from SPA, but things look promising. Of course, with some changes, some tax hikes being announced, but I think this is normal when we are talking about a market that took some time to introduce a framework, and when that framework was introduced, there was already a pre-established market. But anyway, this is behind us. Now for 2026, we announced a strategic partnership with BetConstruct, where we are announcing a new PAM. So we have a new PAM in place. We certified this new PAM for the Brazilian market in other Latin American countries. So we want to not only expand, but we want to do it with a track record of markets where we are already supporting our operators' best efforts. That's Brazil, that's Mozambique, that's many other different markets, but also to understand that this will give us added value and additional insights to support our operators' expansion to exciting new markets in Latin America.
Obviously, you mentioned it's been the first year of regulated online gambling in Brazil, so yeah, there's still things taking shape, still some changes being made. Obviously, the tax change is one of the most notable recent developments. That's not that's not dissuading Oddsgate in any way. You're plowing ahead with the strategic objectives in that market.
Yeah, for us, Brazil was a long-term investment because we understood that this could be. When we started in 2022, we identified Brazil as potentially one of the biggest iGaming markets in the world. Um, some projections say that is the fifth biggest iGaming market out there. And I think maybe only 40 or 50% of the potential of the market is there, because naturally players are still trying to understand what is this industry, what the bookmakers have to offer. And massive stakeholders like Caixa, that belongs to the state, so the Brazilian monopoly, are still waiting to step into the market, and probably they will during the first quarter of 2026. But when we understood that this was a strategic market, we understood also that when regulation would come, it would potentially take time. We were not into this market, and we are not into this market, let's say, to benefit immediately. For us, the most strategic aspect is to create a technology development plan that allows our operators to bring substantial marketing investments that allow their operations to expand to a point where the player base will feel engaged, and after certain strategies of monetization, that investment of that return of investment will happen, but providing the player with a safe environment where the latest technical compliance updates and ordinances are there. So this was all part of our strategy and our investment plan, and this was year zero, as I was saying in the beginning. So I believe the best is still to come.
What would you say that the main advantages that Oddsgate offers its operators in Brazil?
First of all, scale, because we already support 7 brands in the iGaming federal market in Brazil. We have a few new brands coming, and together, let's say this merge that we have, let's say, concluded with BetConstruct transforms Oddsgate as probably the biggest B2B supplier supporting the Brazilian market. And this is something important for us because when an operator decides to work with us and trusts our technology and our service, this allows the brands to inherit already all the years of the development that Oddsheet has conducted, and of course to use certain features and an innovation laboratory that we have in the city of Porto and also in our office in São Paulo, where many ideas have been tested but also executed over the years. And any tweak, any new configuration doesn't start from zero, but starts from many rounds of development and many sprints. That's our IT team, our project managers, our delivery managers I've conducted before, and where we feel confident that the error margin should be close to zero.
Excellent. And then looking beyond Brazil, then what plans do you have for other regulated markets?
Well, for us, naturally, Mexico is going to be an important market because we are now facing regulatory reshape. Let's put it like that before the World Cup. So it's a market where definitely we are investing and where we are developing key features such as odds visualization, omni-channel access, and markets like Peru where we have, let's say, a B2B license introduced last year that also gives us a safe area to invite operators to expand their existing business and to target a market that is perhaps not the biggest in Latin America, but is safe and where we have, let's say, an environment that the ARPU is going to definitely increase.
And more generally, looking at the industry as a whole, what trends do you think are going to be of particular importance shaping the coming year?
Yeah, during SPC in Lisbon, we introduced our 2050 study where we interview a group of experts and like we actually published a book around this new trends for the next 25 years. It was a big challenge, but definitely customization is one of the key trends. The industry is talking about a lot about AI. I'm not going to talk that much about AI because I feel that there's still a lot to do, and our industry still needs to find good monetization cases around certain technologies, but definitely customization is one of them. Um, 2 years ago, we announced a strategic partnership with Smartico, our CRM partner, is also our gamification partners and our affiliation partners, and we see now these 3 different pillars converge of technology converging into a better product, and definitely where our operators, our partners, can monetize this effort that was developed in the past to offer their players the customization that it's necessary now as the cost of acquisition is increasing and the LTV needs to quickly keep it up. Otherwise, the cost of acquiring users might be too high. So for us, this is one of the key areas where we are focused, and for the next 20-25 years, this is one of the key areas where definitely we see the industry going.
And coming back to Oddscape, then what innovations are you prioritizing that to keep ahead of the competition?
We have an integrated business view towards revenue share. So we don't provide only technology, we provide a 360 degrees business plan where operators play a very important part, but our technology comes together to fill certain gaps that sometimes the operator might have in terms of time to market or in terms of having a portfolio of solutions that create fragmentation. I think this is one of the main advantages that operators have to work with us. On top of that, I would like to say that we are a technological company or technology company, but we are also consultants, by heart. So that allows us to understand certain pain points and bottlenecks that operations might have. And during the years, we never receive, let's say, a migration. I think this is important to share with you. So it's not the case that we are competing to get clients from other companies. And by the way, there are many companies out there developing great solutions, but we always prefer to find groups of entrepreneurs, of investors that believe in our industry. Maybe it's their first or maybe even the second or third project in iGaming, but we always invite them to start a new brand in a certain regulated market where we understand that our technology can allow operators to leverage their investments and reduce operational risk. So when we are designing a business plan to attack, to penetrate the new markets, we provide an holistic view that allows operators to understand what they need to do in terms of marketing investment, but also how their operation should be designed to leverage the technological advantage that sometimes our solution can give. That goes in areas of recruitment, that goes into areas of training, that goes into different licenses and different key strategic affiliates or networks that our operators can work with, but it's way more than technology.
Tiago, thank you. Thank you for your time. And we expect 2026 to be an exciting year for us to keep watching what's happening at Oddsgate. So we look forward to seeing more for you. Thank you again for your time and all the best for the year ahead.
Thank you so much, Joseph.